Welcome to another edition of the most consistent, prolific, and dedicated uploads in YouTube history. This is the Dynamic Show and Entertainment on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. In a blockbuster announcement, a match, a fight we really probably didn't expect to happen. We've dreamed about it, we've thought about it, but it's actually going to come to the realization that this fight is going to take place in January of 2015. The bout will take place. UFC president has announced that a super fight announcing Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz will happen at UFC 183 this January. The fight the fans have been waiting for, said White, appearing on ESPN SportsCenter Tuesday. We have made Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz, and it will be the main event, and it will be 5 rounds. And you know that this is going to be a fight to the finish. We have not seen Anderson Silva since that brutal injury that he suffered going back a few months ago now, and I'll tell you what, you're going to see if he's going to be able to adapt, what kind of stability, what kind of animosity, what kind of courage, what kind of stamina has he built up. You know, Anderson Silva, you know, I think he went in there and he got a big head and he thought he was going to be above and beyond, but you get two guys coming off 2 major losses. But what about the age gap? You got about, I think, a 9-year difference between Nick Diaz and Anderson Silva, but it's not about age. It's about going in there, 2 guys that are courageous, 2 guys that have the fight and the will to win. And I think when these 2 go at it, you're going to get something phenomenal, something very special. Because even though Anderson Silva went into his last bout, you know, and got that horrible injury, a very ugly injury, he's lucky he's even able to battle back. He's lucky that he's able to come back and fight in such a high position. I mean, this is the main event of main events, arguably the biggest fight in UFC history. Now Silva is going into this 33-6. Diaz going in this 26-9. Lost 2 after putting together an 11-fight win streak. And of course, Silva will be fighting for the first time in over a year after suffering a gruesome broken leg against Chris Weidman last December for the UFC middleweight title. And after winning his first 16 octagon bouts, he has lost his last 2. So you got 2 guys that have the opportunity to rise up in the rankings and maintain and get a credible win here. It's all going to come down to the decision. It's going to come down to the judge. Will it come down to the scorecards? I don't think so. I think there's going to be a tap out. I think there's going to be a knockout. So ladies and gentlemen, your comments and your opinions on what is going to be a blockbuster fight January 2015 UFC 183, get ready, is going to be one of the biggest fights in UFC history. Your comments, your opinions, subscribe.